Hey guys, LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about, including Survivor. So let's talk about this week's episode of Survivor 49. All right, Jake was one of my favorites. He was one of my favorites. Now, he wasn't one of the three that I choose as one of the players I think has the best shot at winning the game. But he was still one of my favorites. And it sucks the way he had to go out, right? That sucks. I would hate that. If I were playing, I would hate that. I would feel like I got robbed. He's sitting there. Snake swims up, bites him on the foot. Turns out it's an extremely venomous snake. He gets taken to the Survivor medical offices and gets taken care of. And then turns out it's a dry bite. There wasn't even any venom in it. And then they make the decision, well, mentally, you've been through a lot. Emotionally, you've been through a lot. Might not let you out. It's probably not a good idea to let you back into this game. I think that if his life was safe, he should have been the one to make that call, right? If his life wasn't in any danger, he should have been the one to make that call. The one area where I can see stickiness on this is if he did get a lot of IVs and he's been sitting there in the air conditioning, maybe he had something to eat, I don't know, but then you could see it being an advantage and it would be unfair to other players. That I would understand. But just, Jake, you've just had an emotional experience. I don't think you can go back out to play Survivor. Screw that. All the Survivor's an emotional experience. I'm going back out. So I did not buy that piece of it. But if it was a fairness thing, I actually do get that. So then Jake leaves. His tribe is in even more trouble. They're down to 3. And who do you think is going to win this challenge? Yep. The same lovable losers that have been losing every challenge. They lose this one as well. And they go back to tribal. And this time it's Jeremiah who gets the boot. And Jeremiah was a player that I did not think was going to go very far. Wasn't a player that I particularly had any kind of investment in. I didn't have any kind of connections with him, not much in common with him. So I didn't care. But what I do care about is the storytelling. And I think it's time for a tribe reshuffle, and I think it's coming. I think if I remember correctly, I usually don't watch the coming next week on Survivor segment, but sometimes I leave the TV on when I go start working on something else, and I kind of hear parts of it. And in this scenario, I think that I heard that there was a tribe reshuffle coming next week. Not entirely sure, but I think I did. And if that's the case, it is time. Because nobody wants to see a Stephanie LaGrossa tribe of 1 again. Or at least I don't want to. And I don't think most people want to. It's not compelling TV. It was compelling the first time it happened. And a lot of that is because it was compelling because it was Stephanie. And Stephanie had kind of become America's sweetheart. I don't think it would be as compelling now. So a tribe switch is overdue. How was the episode overall? It was good. I liked that in the new era, and let's make no mistake here. Overall, I think the new era has been a step down from pre-Winners at War. And I think it's been a big step down. But one of the things that I do like about the new era is that every now and then Jeff is willing to peel back the curtain and let us fans see what's going on. Every now and then we'll hear the producer's questions, or during the interviews, or we'll actually see a producer. Maybe we'll see a cameraman with the boom mic. This time we got to see the medical offices. So as a longtime fan who's been with Survivor all the way back to Borneo, I appreciate that. It lets me feel like I'm getting to know the show that I love better. I know some old school fans like myself that don't like that. They think it kills the illusion. Well, for me, it doesn't kill the illusion because I always kind of figured that there was, 50 people on that beach where there's 10 tribe members. And maybe 50 people's hyperbole, I don't know. But I always figured there's a lot of people on the beach, other than just the tribe members. So, anyways, I liked it. We're still too early for me to really decide, hey, this is a season that's going in a great trajectory or a terrible trajectory. Right now, a couple episodes in, I think it's going in a okay, what is this, 3 episodes in now, right? I think it's 3. I think it's going in an okay trajectory. I'm not in love with this cast. I'm not in love with the stories that are being told this season. But I'm also compelled enough that it's not a chore for me to watch next week. I'm looking forward to watching next week. I want to see, as we move on, I want to see these stories become more compelling and the characters become more engaging, and for me to really get people that I'm going to be rooting for. But right now, I have reason to be optimistic. Right now, I've been enjoying it. So, how do you feel about Survivor 49 so far? 3 episodes in, have you been enjoying it, or maybe you haven't been? Maybe you haven't really found a player to latch onto yet. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. While you're down there commenting, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.